Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to the Captcha SMTP module, and I hope you're as excited as I am. So, without further ado, let's begin and let's see what this module is all about. So the Captcha SMTP module is used to identify false positives on the BitNinja grey list and allow human users to remove themselves from the grey list. And the human is the keyword here, because bots will not be able to pass this. In other words, if an IP address is placed onto the BitNinja grey list and the IP address tries to connect your server through SMTP protocol, the request will be forwarded to an alternative faked mail server created by BitNinja, and the agent will log the commands sent by the remote server, so the intruder or the IP address on the grey list, and it will create an incident out of them. So you will see what they tried to send, what happened, and at the same time they will get a bounce back message. And the bounce back message is what you can see on the screen, that your IP is on the BitNinja security server grey list. If you are not a spammer bot, of course, you can delist this IP address on this link. But keep in mind that you can only delist this IP a few times, and it's a good idea to warn your service provider about this incident. If this was a false positive, the users can simply just delist their IP addresses. However, if it was a bot, it will not be able to do that. So let's see it in the real world scenario. Let's say you're running a mail server, and despite your best efforts, every now and then a spammer gets onto this machine and just tries to spam out as many emails as possible within the shortest period of time possible. And even though you get hang of it, like you find this guy in like 30-40 minutes after registration, it might still be enough for BitNinja, for example, to greylist this IP address, because chances are one of the emails that he has sent was aimed for a server protected by BitNinja. And in this case, they will get greylisted, and the incoming emails, of course, will not be ignored because the account is terminated. But let's say if another user on this machine tries to send an email to another server protected by BitNinja. And imagine this as a way to alleviate support load off your shoulders, because if this IP was simply blacklisted, they would see just a message that, hey, your message couldn't be delivered, and there you go, and nothing more. They wouldn't have any information what to do, they wouldn't have any knowledge what to do, so what they will do, they will contact your support, and you will be the one who has to deal with this situation. However, with our approach, the human who is not at fault, they are not guilty of anything, they just wanted to send an email, they will be able to see this as like a way of dealing with this situation, and they will be just simple be able to delist themselves. And they will be able to do this for 10 days or until BitNinja restarts, since they got the email address. And this can lift off a huge load of your or your support team's shoulders. So it's a very good way to deal with this situation. And they will not be freaking out. They will understand it because it's written in a human language. So firstly, let me show you how this screen will look. This will be the screen that the user will see once they navigate here. However, we will also check out how this works. So to make it work, all you will need is two machines, one of them running BitNinja and the other one will be the source of the infection. And you have to make sure that the source machine that the email is coming from, or the connection is coming from rather, is graylisted on your account. A pretty good way to check this is check the IP address of the machine. We will just use ifconfig, and we can see that this is the IP address we are looking for. It's 3.3.3.4, and we will just check on this IP address, which you can see I've already checked, and this is indeed graylisted already. So we will not graylisted, but in case it's not graylisted, you have to make sure to graylist it. And we will do the same thing on the different machine, which is the target machine. And you can see the IP address is 3.3.3.7, which we will copy. And we will also start to listen with NC and listen on port 25. Because 25 is the port for SMTP, and we are listening on because there is no SMTP server running on this machine, so we will emulate one. And on the source machine, we will just simply use telnet. So we are typing telnet, and we are typing the IP address we have gotten from the other machine on our target, and we will just specify 25. Which is the port number that we are listening on the other machine. So I will do this quickly because BitNinja will terminate the connection after a few seconds. I believe it's around 10 or 20 seconds. But what I will do is I will just, after this, and we will see that we are connected indeed to the SMTP server made by BitNinja. I will just send a hello message to it, and then we will see the message pop up on our end. So let's just do that quickly. So we press in, you can see it's a postfix. So let's just go with this. And you can see I've sent a message, hello, hello. And what I got was a reply that my IP address is graylisted. And you can see this is the exact message that we have gotten on here. So if we see, yes, your IP, and this is my IP, has been graylisted, and we can do something about it. So what we will do about it is we will copy this part of the code. So let's just exit this and remove these spaces and go for it. And you can see that I have managed to navigate to this same Captcha screen. And I will click I'm not a robot. And I will select the bicycles as well. And let's delist myself. And you can see that I have successfully resolved the Captcha, and that your SMTP server's IP address has been delisted from our list. And I can only delist it a few times, so don't try to abuse it. And if we wait a little bit and then refresh this screen, we should see that I have resolved a Captcha screen. And a good thing is that you will also see which IP address was used to resolve this Captcha. And this IP address is the computer I'm using to record this. So you will see that the victim domain was 3.3.3.7, the attacker IP was 3.3.3.4, but the Captcha was resolved from 3.3.3.5, so my computer. So this way you can granularly see everything that's happened, and you will see that I have what Captcha response I got and everything in between. So I hope you've enjoyed this demo, and I hope you will succeed doing this as well. Cheers.